Oh, wow. And that is a very forgiving window for you missing parries. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. I really had no idea. I did not realize, one, that you could parry him, and two, how much easier it makes that boss fight if you parry him. Okay. Hoping that you sell the move I want. You don't, but it's good to have parry on hand. Just so you can give it to another shield if you need to. Okay. Normally that is a considerably more painful endeavor. Because I am not good at fighting Elamir. I did not realize that you could parry him. So the reason, if you're curious why I'm calling him Elamir, if you're not like familiar with Elden Ring more so, is that Elamir is, or Elamir, however it's pronounced, I don't think you ever hear it out loud, is a bell-bearing, he's a criminal that you encounter. Hey, Alexander, was good. I'll finish that story in a second. That's Solaire's voice actor. He also voices Kenneth Haidt. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Elamir is a prisoner who ends up killing his jailers and stealing their weapon. Which is why you can also find Eached's. You can get the actual weapon, and I don't remember if his is Eached's Regalia or if that's the other one. But he steals the sword. The spinning blade is a sacred style of a specific sect of knights. And, thank you. Bye, Alexander. Yeah, so you find the actual Elamir himself in Shaded Castle. He's the boss fight there. But, oops, oh, I wanted to be up there. But, I believe lore descriptions confirm. Well, I know that the Bell-Bearing Hunter is Elamir each time, but I just don't recall where the lore is that confirms that. Okay. I want to go over here. Yeah, because the other one... I know where the other one's at. But once we finish these two bosses, we're good to go and just fight Godric and Godwyn. Or Godric and... not Godwyn. I would love a Godwyn boss fight. Is the door not up here? Is the door down there? I think the door's down there, maybe. Yeah, we are on the last couple of bosses in the Limegrave Weeping area. Alright, let's go deal with this boss. I don't really remember this dungeon, because I never do it. But I have to be coming up on the dungeon that has the boss I don't like to fight. I think I can just go straight to the fight. Like, there's some MacGuffins in here, but none of them matter for my build. Oh, split path. Love that. Let's go this way, I guess. Hi. Excuse me. Pardon me. Just passing through. Don't want any trouble. Okay, I just said I don't want any trouble. This dungeon. Was not aware it was this dungeon. I never remember where to fall. I should do something about this while I figure out where I'm going. You may be asking yourself, doesn't he have a projectile? And yes, he does, but he also doesn't want to fall off the cliff and die. Okay. Jump. So that jump in place is a trick that we use to make sure that we don't accidentally dodge off a cliff. If you just hit B, you'll backstep. Even if you hold B, you'll backstep. But if you jump and hold B, then you won't backstep. So that's a good way, if you don't have the space to maneuver, that's a good way to get the ability, because you have to hold B to run. So that's a good way to get yourself prepped to be able to run, is just jump and hold B, and then you can run. I don't remember what this boss fight is. I don't remember what this boss gives you. But we will give him the business. Well, now I'm trying to remember where the boss that I don't like is, because I hate fighting the fallen beasts, whatever they're called. Darn your iframes. The falling star beast. Okay, Blue Dancer. Blue Dancer is not good for this build, but it is a great talisman to have. Blue Dancer, I believe, increases your... is it your dodge or is it your damage? The lower your equip load, the bigger the bonus from Blue Dancer. I just don't remember what it increases because I never use it. Raises attack power with lower equip load. Yeah, okay. Well, let's mark that off. Okay. Now we want to go back to Saints Bridge. And go do an annoying catacomb. It's back here, I think. I want to say it's back here. Because it's back where you get jumped. Well, it's by the camp. And then it's up here. Bingo, bango, bongo. This isn't Moonvale. Moonvale's in Dragonburrow, I think. Death Touch Catacombs. Okay, I think this is the 2-for-1 special. Let me just confirm real quick. I believe this is... Is this the 2-for-1? This might be the 2-for-1. Because I don't... Maybe not. One of the dungeons, I want to say there's a cemetery shade. Oh, you know what? I forgot the burial watchdog. Okay, this is where you get another Uchi Katana. I believe the Uchi is over here. Yep, okay, get the Uchi. Where am I going? So if you're playing a samurai, you want to prioritize coming to this dungeon first. Also, this isn't the 2-for-1, I was thinking of somewhere else. But if you're playing a samurai, you want to prioritize this dungeon. I would have loved if you actually aimed at what I aimed at. Also, added benefit to Sacred Blade is when you fight the skeletons, they just die the first time, as opposed to you having to, like, kill the skeleton, wait for it to start to resurrect, kill it again. Now, there is a dungeon where is a core mechanic. The skeletons just always respawn. I don't think Sacred Blade lets you kill those skeletons. But yeah, no, I completely forgot about the Burial Watchdog. Or not Burial Watchdog, the Putrid Avatar. Which would be so much easier if I had Catch Flame, but rules of the game, I am not allowed to go to Round Table yet. So this is interesting, right? So this Black Knife is injured. She's covered in blood and she has a little more than half of a health bar. So presumably, like, there's no confirmation on this, but this is just kind of the community's headcanon, is that she was probably injured in the assassination. Well, so, I don't know. This is interesting, right? So, I've seen some people theorize, and it's an interesting theory. It just doesn't really hold up very well. But I've seen theories that she was injured in the assassination plot against Godwin. But that was so many years ago that it's not likely that she. I mean, because right, like that was like a 1,000-year war, a 500-year war, uh, leading up to things. So timeline wise, it's a little bit harder to justify. But there are people that believe that she was injured taking down Godwin. Um, we know Godwin's death was the start of the Shattering. We just don't know how everything shakes out timeline wise. Stranded Graveyard, I think, is where I want to go. But it's an interesting idea. Just like it's unclear. Do I have enough? Oh, I may not have enough. Ah, that's not good. Who sells Stone Sword keys? Because I have to do that fight. It's so funny to me to be 3.5 hours in and still in Limegrave, because when I'm trying to just blaze through, oh yeah, I needed this stuff anyways. When I'm trying to like blaze through the game, I would be close to done with the base game by now normally, because normally I'm going and I'm taking out certain bosses that you can cheese to give you like tons of runes. Let's go talk to this guy. And then I'm booking it to Altus and getting either the Crushing Hammer or Black Knife like as my all game. Because that was one of the things too, after I had logged so many hours into playing Elden Ring, and I was looking for different ways to like just kind of see what else I could do with it. And at the time, I'd gone through all the builds that Fextra Life had as well, so I was kind of just out of things to do. And this was before Shadow of the Erd Tree dropped, so one of the things was I was like, okay, well, how many late game builds? I'll take this. I was like, how many late game builds can I get online early? Became my like self-imposed challenge. Okay, guess let's talk to this guy. I mean, there's some things I forgot to do over here anyways, so maybe he sells a Stone Sword key. I'm trying to think where else I can get one. Well, let's go see if this merchant sells a Stone Sword, and then there's at least one other merchant I know that I can check. You don't sell Stone Swords either. Okay. He sounded like, I don't know if you've ever played, if anyone even remembers or knows this game exists, but there's this game called Bushido Blade on the PlayStation, and it was revolutionary because it was like, to my knowledge, it was the first hyper-realistic fighting game where, like, anything, like an attack that should hack off a limb would hack off limbs, an attack with a sword that should be a kill move is a kill move. Like, so you could finish fights in Bushido Blade in a single swing of the sword. And one of the gimmicks of Bushido Blade was that you have to follow the code of Bushido when you play. So, like, if you attack... Well, you don't have to, but, like, if you want to complete story mode, you have to follow the code of Bushido. And so it was like, if your opponent is... Oh, did I jump off at the wrong spot? That's fine, I can get to it from here. Actually, I wanted to go this way anyways, because I can get even more grave robbing in this way. But like, to progress the story mode, which is also, I believe, how you unlock characters, you have to follow the code of Bushido. And so, like, if your opponent is like bowing to you before a fight and you attack them before they've finished bowing to you, then you are dishonorable and you can't finish the story mode. I don't think you're required to bow to them also, you just can't attack them when they're bowing. But where it gets really hinky is also if your opponent has their back to you, you can't attack them because that's cowardly. But you could end up in a situation where, like, just as a matter of course while fighting, the opponent would just end up turning away from you somewhat, and then, you know, you've struck them with your blade at the side or back, which violates Bushido, and you can't complete the story mode that way either, which was kind of bullcrap. However, you're going through following the code of Bushido for all this time, and it was also a big deal because it was an open world. It was a semi-open world fighting game, so the environments were huge, and you could run through the environments, and you could even get like multiple opponents chasing after you. So let's go back here. Oh, I forgot to check this guy. I think he sells some sword keys. But you're following the code of Bushido for this whole game until you get to this one fight with this Elmer Fudd sounding dude that pulls out a revolver. I'm not a fellow. He pulls out a revolver, and he has this giggle he does whenever he's about to fire, where he's like, nah, like just like that NPC did, and then he shoots at you. And even though this man clearly has no honor because he brought a gun to a sword fight, you still have to follow the code of Bushido when you fight this guy. So it's such an obnoxious battle. Okay. If I don't miss my count, and I'm going to double check my count, but if I don't miss my count, then the only boss that I have, like after I finish this fight, I believe Margit and Godric are the only bosses I have left in Limegrave. And given that I have not touched this game in like 2 months, not bad. 3.5 hours for clearing Limegrave. Not bad. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I mean, probably this series has like 2 views a video, but let me listen in. Okay, I'm safe. But for the... Oh no, I'm not safe. For the handful of you that are watching this series, probably, I hope you guys are enjoying it, because this is one of my favorite games of all time. Might be my favorite game. So it's always nice to share things that you love with people. I'm gonna die. Yeah, like luck of the draw, sometimes this chariot leaves you alone for a good long while when you do that drop from the top. Other times that chariot's just like right up on you. Get her free hidden. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot that you were a banished knight. Okay. Well, you're not a banished knight. You're, the point is I forgot that you are who you are. Oh, I thought I could get that last hit off in time. Is that a banished knight? Whatever. Now I have the Dragon Communion Seal. Which I will use when I get to the DLC and become a dragon. I think that's one of the things that I think is really neat about each Souls game that FromSoft does also, is like each... I'm curious... I'm sorry? Alright, well I'm definitely not going to first try the Avatar at this point. Because I have burned through my potions. Oh gosh, I didn't commit. I wasn't sure where the hidey holes were, so I wasn't sure like if I wanted to go at that juncture or not. I'm trying to think if I have enough time to do what I'm doing. I don't think I do. I'm trying to listen out for it. Sorry. Hooah! Oh, hi. Listen, I don't have time for you right now. Okay, I was like, where's the... Ow. Hopefully you're not, like, super close to me. I feel like you probably are. Oh, no! Oh my gosh, just barely. Sweet genius. Okay. Yeah, right, DLC. I feel like every Souls mainline title, typically with the Souls games, they use the DLC. You're gonna die immediately, but like let's just get something to help take the aggro off of me. Like, I'm already at a significant disadvantage because the Ulcerated Tree Spirit is resistant to Holy. Ooh, no. But, like, I feel like they've used the DLC each time to kind of tease new gameplay mechanics. Like, the Arterias of the Abyss DLC, like, started introducing kind of more stylish combat. And you can kind of see that carried forward into later titles. I'm not going to be able to get to you. You can kind of see that carried forward into later titles. Oh, crap. Yeah. Well, I did my best. Okay. Yeah. That went about as well as one could expect. Oh man, that's obnoxious. Oh, I was really hoping that would stagger you. Yep, well, there go those runes. Okay, that's fine. Because if I hadn't been trying to learn the timing for that dodge, it would have been okay. Love dropped inputs. Dropped inputs are my favorite. Okay, that I was out of stamina. Okay, and I dodged way too soon on that. That's on me. Can I get there in time? I can't. That's okay, we'll go for the bleed. Too soon every time. I dodge it too soon every time. Like I said, I just really want to learn the dodging on that, because I'm not good at dodging that move. And that's like the one move that if I can see where I'm going, I'm not good at dodging for this fight. Oh, I thought he was doing the explosion. Can I get around to your face? Top off my health. I would love to top off my mana also, but I don't think that would be smart. Please. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Woo! Let's go. Okay. Okay, if I am not mistaken, how many bosses are in Limgrave? How many bosses in Limgrave? 21 in Limgrave. How many bosses in Weeping? So there's 31 total. And how many markers do I have? So what boss am I missing? Because there's two, unless they're counting. You know what? They're counting. I know a boss they're counting. There's another ulcerated tree spirit, and they're counting that boss in here. I will double check my math before I. Did I not? Stormhill Shack. Okay. Where's the Artist Shack? Is that in? I think Artist Shack is in Liurnia. I will double check my count, but if there are 10 bosses in Weeping, and I've done all the Weeping bosses, and there are 21 bosses, I bet you I will see the Avatar listed twice. Or the ulcerated tree spirit listed twice. Okay, what am I... Oh, they're counting Patches as a boss. Okay. So Patches does not count for region lock. Like I said, Patches is a boss that you don't actually have to kill. You know what? I'm gonna keep this as my active weapon. Also, if you wanted a sequence break, you can go through here. Let's say break. Sequence break. You can go through there and get to Liurnia without doing Stormveil. But Patches does not count for region lock. But I have seen them count the second Putrid Avatar. So for the sake of fair play, I'm going to count the second Putrid Avatar, because like Maggie, the second Putrid Avatar does not... Whoops. Oh, Lord. The second Putrid Avatar does not have a boss counter, which typically that's the delineator, is, you know, does it have a boss health bar? But I think it should count. If I'm counting... No. If I'm counting... Oh, I wasn't going to skip the cutscenes. I'm sorry. My bad. It's so force of habit for me to skip all the cutscenes. I have the Margaret cutscene from my Boncarella videos, so I will just bring it over from there. Oh, boo. I've never done him hitless, and I wanted to see if I could. Obviously not. But I was doing pretty good. I will say I love the reach that this sword has. Maybe I have done him hitless. I think in my Boncarella video. Did I just lose to Margit? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me actually pay attention to this fight. Oh, boo, I thought I could get the teleport. No! 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 Okay, what had happened was I got cocky, and I thought it would look really cool if I finished Margit off with the Ash of War. Okay. Forget it. I thought it would look really cool if I finished him off with the Ash of War. And so I threw like a fool. I mean, I am genuinely embarrassed on the inside. One does not lose to Margit. See, that's what I was trying to do. And it would have looked so cool if I had done it. I was trying to look cool for you guys. I was like, oh, my community deserves to see a cool takedown. It'll look so cool to just like teleport past his attack and just take him down. I should totally try to do that with a weapon that I literally never use. Like a fool. I don't know why I'm so bad at dodging tonight. I mean, I've also been playing for 4 hours straight, and I have not eaten today. and it is 11 p.m. So, you know, and the sun was in my eyes, and my controller was unplugged, and he was cheating. Oh my gosh. I do think, though, that as much as I wanted to do, like, all of Limgrave in one session, one recording session, see, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do, and it would have looked really cool, and you guys would have been so proud of me, and you guys would have been like, oh man, that was a really cool way to finish that fight. He's good at video games. But no, I got cocky like a fool, and I threw to Margit twice. Shut up, Margit. We are not friends. Don't talk to me, Margit.
You there? Come over.
Yeah. The gates! Open the gates!